Hey squaddies, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening whenever you're listening or watching. Hello. Be sure to check out memberships. You can join if you're interested. You'll be in the company of equally amazing squaddies. And just like with all my information, I'll put the links inside the description box. Thanks. Sometimes you just have to choose your battles. And sometimes you have it, and sometimes you don't. And for Prince William, you will never be Prince Harry. Just like Charles will never be as popular as Princess Diana, no matter how much he forces his Rottweiler in our faces. So when I read Charles and William have crossed Harry off their list, frozen him out, I just shook my head. So while reading that terrible article, okay, I lied. I didn't read that thing. Why? Because anything from a so-called word for real expert, yes, that's word for real experts, or as you all will call it, royal experts, it would be a waste of my time. Do you have any idea how many things you could be doing aside from reading from what a word for real expert has to say? So yes, I just laughed, moved on about my business, because at the end of the day, Harry left those people over 4 years ago and never looked back. Not the other way around. So anyway, this word for real expert sharing this doesn't hurt Harry. It only makes Harry's jealous and deadbeat brother and father look like obsessed, bitter exes. Like, move on already. The man is with his family in California making generational wealth for his children and descendants. He's not worried about y'all. Harry and his wife Meghan are trying to make the world a better place with their actions, not taking 20-minute photo ops in the rain. And you know what? If it were raining, they would have tents, or you know what? Let me scratch that off. Harry and Meghan would have had that event indoors because there is a such thing as a backup plan. And you know what? He would have offered those old ladies umbrellas, even his own umbrella. He would have been like, here, take it. Come on, like. They have extra umbrellas, so like, why would he just, take a picture with his umbrella? These old ladies, they're all smiling like, oh, we're feeling joy, and then he just walks off and leave them. And
Harry would never leave us in the rain. I'd like to knock that top head over that bull-headed winker.
So these royal experts, which there's no job requirements to be labeled as one. No formal education is needed, and definitely no references. Just minimum acting. Pretending that you're upset or hate for pay. I guess hating Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan, Princess Meghan, is you get paid top money, apparently. And based on the weird videos that's obsessed with hating on her, and I never watched the video. I see the numbers. With the views, I'm like, wow, they make a lot. They have a lot of views for hating this woman, which means it makes lots of money hating. So I guess if your career is hating on Meghan, then hey, get your bag. Your reputation won't look good, but hey, a bag is a bag, right? But then these royal experts, that comes on television, being fake and phony for a small check or small dog food, is it really worth it? Anyhow, these royal experts don't know any more than any of us. They just throw out a whole bunch of speculating and gaslighting. At least the squaddies on the different platforms like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, etc., at least they're a lot more accurate with what's going on than these so-called royal experts. And anyway, let's get back on topic. And as Prince William would never have it like that. He would never be like Harry. He just doesn't have what it takes. And it's okay. You're going to be king one day, dude. Well, if the monarchy doesn't fall first. But yeah, you know what, William? You don't have that natural it factor. You're not naturally friendly. You don't know how to communicate. He's been handed everything he ever wanted his entire life and brought up to believing that he is better than because he was chosen by God to someday rule over people. Something his entitled and insecure ancestors thought of. And the crazy thing about it is that people let them. I would never get that. William has this dark, obsessed hatred for Harry because while even when Harry was his wingman, it was him, Harry, who had his way with the people. He had, the natural charisma. He has just, you just want to be around Harry. But, William is there, with his horse teeth smiling in the background. And, I never found William attractive. I saw old pictures of him with his hair. People are like, ooh, he looks, hot back then. I'm like, all I see is a horse with blonde hair. Here I go again with these insults. Let me get back to the topic. But yeah, William is the one who needs Harry in order to seem like he's this charming, charismatic prince, to be seen as Diana's golden boy. And despite what the British media told us, Prince Harry is quite intelligent. Look, I'm sorry to sound rude, but William seems like he's less than smart to me. It looks like something is wrong with him. There's just something not right with him. He's just, he gives off like serial killer vibes to me. Creepy neighbor vibes. He gives off this very dark, and not a good way dark, but just this dark, sinister vibe that just he gives off this dark, sinister, robotic vibe about him because I don't know, I guess he's just not used to being around normal everyday people, and I'm an introverted person. Like, I get it, but he doesn't give off introverted vibes at all. It's just something about him that's just not, it's not natural. And you know what? And perhaps if he had Harry hanging out with him and his, group, just maybe Harry would have given him some of that human factor. and like I mentioned before, he's portrayed as Diana's golden boy. He is not Diana's golden boy. He is far from it. Like, you can tell. And this is just me talking, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did as much, if not way more than Harry in his younger years. But of course, he was protected because, he's the heir and Harry's his spare. So of course they're going to broadcast everything just to, make Harry look like this wild child, while William is this responsible young man who is trying to guide his wild younger brother out of the flames of hell. I don't know. William, he was also out there drinking, smoking, partying, snorting, pegging. Well, he still enjoys that, allegedly. His best friend also seems to be named Alcohol, allegedly. And speaking of friends, you can tell that Nigel and Harry's relationship / brotherhood triggers Willie Peg to the T. Because how many best friends or brothers have he had? Let's see, that weird pervert Mike. What's his name? Is Mike 10 something? I don't know what that man's name is. And then now all of a sudden Peter Phillip is his like BFF / brother. So William, he's busy trying to find that, that person to cosplay Nacho for his friendship headlines, to just stand side by side and smile, and take pictures like best friends. Because I'm just going to wrap things up pretty much at this point. No matter how much cosplaying William portrays in the public eye, he would never be Harry. No matter how many of Harry's former titles that he was gifted from dear old deadbeat dad, he just would never be Harry. No matter how many pictures, because he's copying off of, did you see the photos that he took in front of the helicopter, and Charles is there with him, and And then that time when he was trying to copy off of Harry, you know, when Harry was dancing in Jamaica, he looked pretty smooth when he was dancing. William looks crazy. I never thought William was a good dancer anyway. And how he had KK Kate up there trying to act like she's Meghan, got her, you know, changing her hairstyles. Please put that lady back in her sister wives attire, like, you know what I'm talking about. Please put her back into those hideous looking Handmaid's Tale type of dresses. Like, that makes her happy. Well, that made her happy, allegedly, because we don't know where that woman is. She could be no longer on this planet. She could be hiding in a laboratory, getting all her DNA transferred into AI Kate. She could be pretty much, I mean, I don't know. Don't really care. I just know that he wanted to cosplay his brother Harry. You know, Harry has everything that he's supposed to have. Oh, my cat, she agrees. Oriole agrees. The man has no personality. He has just nothing. He's like Play-Doh, you know, trying to make something out of nothing pretty much. Oh yeah, and he also doesn't have any power to block any country from inviting his brother and sister-in-law for tours and visits, nor does he have any power to strip any of these titles, even though Harry and Meghan would be just fine with it without them. And William, Africa doesn't belong to you. It's a huge continent with 54 countries, with many people that lives on there, approximately 1.5 billion and counting. So, yeah. I mean, they're not toys. They have their own minds, ideas, individuality. They're not pets. They're not toys. They're human, even though that's something you don't view them as. So yeah, it doesn't belong to you. I wanted to end this portion of the podcast by congratulating award-winning director and photographer Misan Harim on his historical photo of Prince Harry and Princess Meghan holding hands and standing side by side at the One Young World Summit in Manchester, England back in September 2022. The photo now has a permanent home at the National Portrait Gallery. Here he is talking about the honor on his Instagram.
I'm in the archive of the National Portrait Gallery, and it never gets old that this extraordinary image of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is now part of the permanent collection. And as I've said before, I'm a dyslexic boy who never really believed that my mind was worth much. And it's in moments like this that I give the message to the rest of the world that maybe your kids or yourself can have a point of view. Dare to dream and keep taking pictures.
And well deserved. Congratulations once again, Misan. Okay, time for some more for real skits, so hit it, Horse Miller.
This podcast is sponsored by Homest,
where the breeze will lead you onto the lap of your very own married middle-aged father of two. Buy it at your local staff fora or at an available Amazon storefront today. Hey, me.
So, Peter, in order to look like we are the best of mates, we must stand beside one another and smile. What do I call you, cousin? Really, in public, but your highness behind closed doors. Right. What are you doing in my office? Peter and myself were discussing some business ventures. And you couldn't do this elsewhere? Willie thought it was best we discuss it here. Who are you again? Your nephew, Peter Philip. Oh, Anne's boy. Yes, your majesty. I wouldn't recommend dealing with this drunk one here. He'll only use you. Stay behind me and I'll give you connections only a king can ask for. Are you accusing me of being a drunk? Yes. Tampon, baby. Harry and Meghan are allegedly invited to other countries in Africa as well as Europe and Asia. Your influence and William's intimidation did not work. Oh, hello, William. Don't listen to him, Peter. Dealing with me, well, you will be forgotten like the others, and that includes his estranged wife of offices. You couldn't even glow in my mother's popularity. You question her sanity. Only to get closer to you. And did that work?
Hi, everybody. Just finished my mani-pedi.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
Oh, I thought that you get your hoofs done elsewhere.
My hoofs like mani-pedis. So again, why didn't you inform me? Because nobody bloody cares?
Shut up, William.
And on that note, I shall leave. I have another date to attend. Who's the lucky girl this time? It's a blind date.
Sounds like fun.
Harry and Meghan were a bit of a blind date, right, Kate?
Harry and Meghan?
Yes, Meghan.
Meghan.
Is she alright? If only you knew.
Meghan.
I've heard quite enough. Now, all of you, out of my office, at once.
And that's all for this podcast. And I would like to take the time to thank each and every one of you for showing incredible love to the wedding anniversary video I made for Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. We have over 12,000 views and counting, and I hope this reaches to as many people globally as possible, especially to Harry and Meghan. I really hope that they see the video as well as all the other beautiful videos that pay tribute to their beautiful 6-year wedding anniversary. So that was wonderful. I wanted it to be as simple and beautiful as possible because it seems like that's the route Harry and Meghan tends to go. Like, everything is just simple yet natural yet incredibly beautiful. And I'm so glad that I was so happy with the final results that I ended up premiering the video 12 hours early, which, you know what, it worked out. It worked out at the end. So again, thank you so much for that. And if you haven't seen it, hey, watch it. It's called A Lover's Journey. And if you already seen it, hey, you can watch it again. Why not? I'm going to have the video link in the description box as well as the comment section. And after doing that, be sure to check out my Amazon storefront. I added some summer items and what I use in my home, as well as what Meghan will be wearing as well, or has worn in the past. And speaking of summer, well, the unofficial first day of summer, happy Memorial Day to all the fallen soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice to protecting our country, or the United States of America, for those who live there. We thank you for your service, always and forever. In the meantime, I hope that your days, everyone globally, I hope that your days are filled with blue skies, sunshines, with positive vibes. I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Also, join a membership. I have the links inside the description box. My name is Deanna, and you are watching Thriving with the Sis. Talk to you soon.